My name is Sacha and my company is called La Volta. I'm based in the Netherlands and I work mostly on small off-grid electric systems, mostly in campers and sometimes boats. I started my company officially a year and a half ago. I saw a picture of someone, she posted a picture of her system in her camper that was installed by the car garage. And she was looking for someone to have a look at it because she was not sure if it was done correctly. Yeah, and it was a big mess and she happened to live very nearby. So she asked me to help to improve her system. And yeah, then I realized that I actually really liked to work with electrics. So a year later, I started my own business. I really enjoy to install electrics, but I also have to do bookkeeping and updating my stocks and a lot of communication with the clients. So that's why I decided to collaborate with the camper builder. So I work 2 days a week at a camper builder, which I really enjoy. It's a really nice team. And the rest of the days I can spend on my own jobs. And my own jobs, they are a little bit more variety in the kind of systems that I install. Most of the people that ask me for help are people that are building their own camper van. So they're looking for help to design a system that suits what they want and also to install it. I really enjoy to teach people new skills. And some of my customers already have quite a lot of experience in building or technical background. And for some people, it's the first time they hold an electric drill. But in either case, they learn something during the day. They know how their system is installed, where all the cables go. And also they can decide where they want to have their USB outlets or their lights, for example. When a client comes to me for help, I usually send them a questionnaire, first to get an idea of how they want to use their van. Some people, they want to have it as a stationary base and want to stay for a long time off-grid. Some people only use it to go away for the weekend to a campsite, for example. And then second, I'm asking what do they want in their system. So do they want solar panels? Do they want, what kind of battery do they want? And so on. If they already know it, and if not, I can give them advice on it. And also how they will use the electricity. So if they want to, some people only want to charge a phone, have some lights and maybe a fridge. And some people want to cook on induction and have an electric kettle. Usually, because the installation of electrics is a little bit in between the building process, because you want your cables to go behind the walls and the ceiling. So often we make one appointment to pull the cables and install the base of the system. And then sometimes people install the lights and so on themselves, and some people, they make a second appointment to finish the system. I decided to work mostly with Victron products because of the quality and the durability. Yeah, it's reliable equipment. Actually, I often also see Victron appliances that were in a camper already and they have been there for 10 or 20 years and they still work fine. So I think that's a big benefit of using Victron. And I think also Victron has a few features that are very beneficial. So for example, the solar charge controllers. In the Victron Connect app, you can see the history of the solar panels. And I oftentimes use this for problem solving. So if a client comes to me with a problem in their system, I first ask if they have a Victron solar charge controller and if they can send me a screenshot of the history. And this is really useful information for me to see how the system is doing and what is happening. So sometimes I can already find a problem in there in this kind of information. I also often use the remote switching. I think this is something that Victron has and I don't see in a lot of other brands. It's a small feature and it sounds very simple, but with the remote switching, for example, in smaller systems, I use the remote switching of a battery protect to switch the system on and off. Well, I really want to really enjoy this work, so I think in 5 years' time I will still be doing this work. Me and my partner are planning to move to Spain, where you have more off-grid houses. So I am planning to learn more about larger off-grid systems. But I really enjoy the work, so I think I'll still be doing this in 5 years' time. My tip for other Victron installers is to keep learning. So Victron has online a lot of resources to learn about all the different products and system design, and you can also learn a lot from other installers, how other people install a system and how they do it. And also actually I learn a lot from people having problems, so I can identify the most common problems and also what people are asking for. So my advice is to keep learning and keep your knowledge updated.